Okay, he was a self-taught civil engineer in the 1920s who oversaw the project of the LA Aqueduct that brought the water through San Bernardino Valley. So he did a pretty big thing there, you know what I mean? Because without that water, LA couldn't be what it is today. Yeah, if anybody lives there. Ooh, a beautiful view.
Thank you.
John's got eyes in the back of his head and he knows what you guys want.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Downtown.
Downtown, 7 miles. So William Mulholland, first he did the aqueduct from LA. He brought the water through San Fernando Valley. And low-key started the California Water Wars, which were dramatic. But because of his water, LA was able to be the biggest city in California, which is like huge. This is a big state. Great city, great state. But here's the thing, he was fired from his job in 1928 because he approved and okayed the St. Francis Dam and then it collapsed right out of nowhere. So here's what I want to say about William Mulholland is that I just feel like he did so much. He taught himself civil engineering, which I think is hard. He used that knowledge to like create a giant city-changing infrastructure project, and then he like fucked up really badly. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
He did some huge things, and he made some huge mistakes. And did anyone here even know him? No. And I mean, Mulholland Drive, one of the most famous streets in the world, arguably. And oh, he wasn't? Well, you can't be nice when you're like that important. You know what I mean? Nobody who gets along with their friends has time to teach themselves aqueducting.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you can work as hard as you can to make an indelible mark on society. You can do huge projects and you can fuck up hugely, and you'll still be forgotten. And I think that's pretty freeing. So like, reach for the stars, live your life. And just don't worry about it. At some point, people will move on. You couldn't try hard enough to be remembered forever. So don't even, you know what I mean? Nobody's watching. Check dams like nobody's watching. Have you guys ever seen the movie Mulholland Drive? I have never seen it, but I did look up the description of what it was about. So I could read it to you. Just as like a fun social experiment, do you guys know about the movie Mulholland Drive? Have you heard of it? Can you in your brain think about what year it came out? Just think it in your head. Think about like when that film came out, right? 2001. It's shocking, right? It's a post 9/11 film. Isn't that such a like a mindfuck? Don't you feel like it's so old? I thought James Dean was in it. And it turns out I was like off by like many decades. And then I was like Googling it to be like, well, why did I think that? And then I was like, well, maybe James Dean died on Mulholland Drive. Not even. He died like outside of LA. I just fully made that up in Mandela effect myself. But I do think everybody's shocked to hear how recent that movie came out, right? And it has like, in the same way that, like, you know how Mariah Carey's song was like an original song, but everybody thinks it's a cover? I feel that way about Mulholland Drive. Like, it seems like a movie that's a cover.
You ever heard of that movie Chinatown with Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's where I know about the Water Wars.
Yeah.
But it's cold. I'm going to put on my coat. And then I'm going to start pointing out some celeb houses.
Okay.
You guys like celebs? It's cold though. Jesus. Okay, so there's this like gated community called Mulholland Estates, and we can't go in because of the gate. But very tricky celebrities, but everybody lives there. It's like DJ Khaled, Christina Aguilera. That's everybody. I'm sorry, is that not the most famous man you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like all the people like all the famous artists he works with, like Drake, like Lil Wayne. I feel not like he's all of them, you know. DJ Khaled, we the best. Do you guys remember when they put out that song, I'm the One? It was like a summer hit. It was like, it had Justin Bieber on it, I think Drake was on it, and there was just like 5 people on it. And I'm like, I just want to have 5 different people be like, I am the one. But I've heard Kendall Jenner lives in Mulholland Estates, but people were saying no. Do you know something? I've heard she. Can you speak more to that?
Yes.
I had to style Kendall Jenner just about a month ago, and she was a complete diva. Probably paid about $30K to be there for 6 hours, and was just a bitch to everyone said. Couldn't care less. It was only $30,000, I guess. Yeah, she arrived. She pouted. She was disturbed by the idea that she had to wear really expensive clothes, and she didn't know how to model. I heard she's a horrible model, right? Like Kylie is a much better model now.
Yeah, and she's also very nice.
I've heard Kylie's nice, and I've heard the Hadids are very nice.
Yeah.
Weapon 2.
The Lethal Weapon 2 house. Has anybody seen that movie? No. Not so. 4 tours,
Not the right crowd.
4 tours, and not one person has seen that movie. And in fact,
The other guy, remember the guy that was sitting here?
oh yeah. One man came on the tour, and I guess I don't know that he had seen it. I think he knew it existed. I think a lot of people were like, I didn't know the Lethal Weapon was a trilogy. Honestly, there's some suspicions there could be a 3rd movie. Nobody's like fact checking yet, but there have been rumors. You own all. But we're coming up. Oh my god, yeah. So I've heard the Hadids are nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fun stylist. It's a fun gig. Okay, we're coming up on Quentin Tarantino's house. If anybody knows him, call him and tell him we're downstairs. It's right up there, right? Right up, is that one. Do you see it? It's like yellow and Tuscan vibes.
Oh.
The one behind it, the big one, up right there.
He has a heater
Quentin Tarantino has a theater in Los Angeles called the New Beverly Theater on Beverly, and it shares his private collection of 35mm films, and it's super cute. You should go for a date. And he's a nice guy. He's so bizarre looking though. He had to be nice. With a skull shape like that. He looks like a Family Guy cartoon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard he's really big into feet, which is like, you know what I mean, sex positive on this bus. So said without judgment, but just to pass it along. Coming up, we're gonna see the Borat house, which I thought was like the house they filmed the movie in, but it's actually where Sacha Baron Cohen lives with his wife, Isla Fisher, who I love. I love her. Have you guys seen the movie Bachelorette with Kirsten Dunst and Isla Fisher? It's really good. I highly recommend it. It's over on your left.
I see a car in the driveway.
There is a car.
Let's go in. See if they give us some weight.
What was the other one he did? Drew Carey lives here.
Oh shit.
And you want to do that? You want to do your bit?
Oh. You know why he bought the house? Why? Because the price is pretty bad.
People, are you kidding? That's the biggest laugh we've gone all night. Great writing, great delivery.
Universal Studios down to the
And there's a Minion somewhere.
Minions to the left.
Oh, yeah,
the
there he
black
is.
building over there.
I don't see him, and I'm sure that means that he won't offer me protection.
He's right there. He's right there.
I don't have good eyesight, to be honest.
Neither do I, so that is saying a lot for you.
Maybe I was looking at the wrong place. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just like can't see good. Like, you know what I mean?
I drove that way on my way here, so that's why I knew where it was.
They have a really good tour, and they have a really good cafeteria. It's a gourmet cafeteria, and they have like black sweet pasta with
Ooh.
garlic shrimp.
At Universal Studios?
No, at Warner Bros. Studios.
Ooh,
And I did when Wonder Woman first came out, they had a special Wonder Woman exhibit over at Warner Bros. Studios. So it's that Warner Bros. Is the best Hollywood museum.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
from a local.
If you
So
like
you know it's
Gilmore,
true.
if you like Gilmore Girls, that's where they filmed Gilmore Girls.
Is that where they filmed it? I read Lorelai's memoir.
Okay, you got see it in the cave over the top.
Yes. Oh, it's just two eyes watching us.
Maybe it's
How long until a minion is president of the United States? They're gonna beat Biden and Kamala. How do you think they would run? As a Democrat, an independent, or Republican? They'd run on the Green Party and sweep it.
libertarians.
Yeah, they definitely are like fiscally conservative, socially progressive. They're the opposite. They're actually fiscally progressive and socially conservative. Everybody has to wear the overall uniform, but there's like an incredible safety net. The goggles are part of healthcare and it's universal. We've never been happier.
Or coyotes.
Oh my god. Be careful. Keep your fingers in the van. There could be coyotes out there. Very safari-ish. Safari-ish.
It's the new product.
Safari-ish. Oh my god. If you guys want to just be quiet, we could hear their tour instead. And they might be more like fact dense. You can see right into those people's houses. Has anyone here been to New York and been on the High Line? It's so weird because there's all these like super fancy apartments there, like where Ariana Grande lives and stuff. And I think the Hadid's live in NoHo. But you can see right into their fucking house. It's like imagine spending $10 million to just have anybody in New York City look in your windows. It feels like an oversight on the building's part.
They need to have like two skate like one way, one way.
Oh, LA looks beautiful. Good job, LA. This is where the CBS. Is this where you work the CBS studios, right? Is this where you were saying?
No, I went to the CBS Christmas party.
So why are you even? That's not even your place of work, and you're mad on their behalf. Because they got you drunk, right, at the Christmas party. So
it
now
was
you owe
very
them.
Christian, very Christmassy, and they had sherbet punch. But for 2 years before COVID, I used to go to the CBS Radford Studio Christmas party. Then the new house where we started off, that was the original CBS studio where they filmed I Love Lucy and It's Haunted. Now it's new house, and the Capitol Records, they kicked us out because they took over top 2 floors.
That's old house, the white one. Sorry. It's emergency.
Yes, emergency.
I just read Jamie Lynn's memoir.
How was it?
I have a podcast called Celebrity Memoir Book Club where we read a memoir every week. Bruno Mars's old house. Who here would catch a grenade for that man? Am I right? Yeah, you can't tell people where you live. They'll find you. Madonna actually. There you go. We can pool our money. Madonna actually bought a house on Mulholland Highway from Bugsy Siegel, who was like a intense mobster gambling guy. And she painted it like pink and yellow striped, and so it was really visible from the road, and everybody knew. And 2 men broke into her house claiming to be her husband, and they both went to jail. But then she like had to move. But the neighbors hated it. They're like, "Why would you put her house in color?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe she deserved the break." You know what I mean? Like at some point. Oh, see-through popcorn man, see-through van.
Here called the Summit.
There's a place that, yeah.
There's a place down here, it goes down a little farther. It's called the Summit.
Ariana Grande, Ariana Maddox, Adriana Patridge. Damn.
50 years.